as it's Mental Health Awareness Week, I thought it would be a good idea to talk about the biggest anxiety for creatives openly, transparently, and to not really get bogged down by it. There's going to be lots of stuff on social media this week which is quite depressing and quite like down, but I want to keep this upbeat, I want to keep this honest. And the biggest anxiety for anyone that's trying to make money through anything creative is not having their light stand in shot, and it's actually how do you price your creative work. And this isn't something to be like belittled. Pricing your work is so difficult for a bunch of different reasons. And anyone that's trying to run a creative business of any kind will know exactly how much thought it consumes. This is your business, your livelihood, money that you can use to either grow your business or to do fun stuff in your own life. All of these things are just bouncing around in your head. And especially during this last year, there's been so much pressure for you to get each contract. Every contract can really help your business and grow your business and let you do the things that you want to do. And so a couple of different things that you have to think about which really get to you is how much value am I bringing to their business, which is vague in itself. It's really hard to measure the value that you're going to be giving to your clients, because if you're doing a shoot for a huge global brand and this work is getting plastered everywhere, that is so different to your local coffee shop. And because you shouldn't charge your coffee shop and your global brand the same amount of money, well, how much do you charge? You also have to think about where are you in the grand scale of creative. Are you a freelancer just starting out, or are you a Roger Deakins creating beautiful cinematic pieces? It's hard because it's obviously a spectrum, and there's people who are quote unquote worse than you charging more than you, but there's also people who are better than you charging less than you. How does this all fit together? How do you know what to charge? Not only where are you compared to your competitors, it's how much are they charging, and are you competitive with your competitors to your client? You don't want to be coming in as the cheapest option, especially not by a long way, because that shows that you're not very experienced, you know how much your value is worth, you probably haven't done the process enough to understand how much work actually goes into a piece. And you also don't want to be super expensive, because then you may just be really far out of the client's budget range and they would choose the second most expensive option because that's probably a better value for money. And charging too cheap, where you feel like you're doing your client a favor, creates a really toxic working environment, because they don't see it that way. They see themselves as paying you and charging you, but you see them as, oh, I'm doing you a favor. Then it just creates a really imbalanced working relationship, which is hard to deal with. And then finally, how much time do you believe should be allocated to this task? How much is this going to take up of your time? Let's say you're a photographer and you're shooting it. How much are you planning it? How much are you liaising with the client? How much time does it take to edit it? All of these things really build up, and quickly it takes up far much more of your time than just simply a half-day shoot. And this was so stressful, especially when starting out, because I had no idea. And I would spend most of my days with this kind of thought rummaging in the back of my mind as to how much should I charge? How much can I charge? Is this even the right ballpark? Sometimes you have no idea. And not knowing what to charge really creates an anxiety deep inside of you, because you want to get this work. You want to get better as a creative. You want to work with this client, but you just have no idea what to charge. And this was until I heard the best piece of advice from a billionaire called Marc Andreessen. And so this was from an interview that wasn't necessarily related to creative businesses, but applied to startups in general. And it's about the idea startups are often too hungry to eat. So companies fail because they don't charge enough money to make ends meet. The idea is that by charging less, we are able to appeal to more people and therefore make more money. But many startups are too hungry to eat. They can't afford the sales and marketing required to grow the business. And if your product is any good, why won't people pay more for it? And this hit me so hard, because I realized that it applied directly to what I was trying to do. I was charging too little and I was too hungry to eat. I didn't have any time because I was bouncing from shoot to shoot to shoot, client to client to client. My head was everywhere. And so I didn't have enough time to really think about what it was I needed to do. I couldn't think about my business. I couldn't think about the vision. I couldn't think about how to improve my work. I couldn't think about how to improve on the client idea. I couldn't think of cool ideas I wanted to shoot as passion projects. I was stressed out trying to make budgets fit, and all of these things were costing my mental health and my wallet. And so when I heard this, it was such a kind of like, eye-opening, revealing moment. If this is what a super successful business person was doing, and I knew that there was other creatives who were charging more and who weren't necessarily better, I should be trying to charge more and to deliver a better product, or essentially price well and learn to sell. And by charging more, it has honestly transformed my business and made my whole life so much simpler. Your customer service improves because you are so much more eager to work with people, to respond to people, because you believe that you are getting a good deal, and your clients also think that you are solving a business problem for them. Both of you think that it's a fair deal. Both of you think that you're getting the good end of the stick. And because you feel that way, your customer service improves because you want to work with them. You're excited to get their emails. You want to pick up the phone to them. And that is such a better, more positive working relationship. You're also able to spend so much more time thinking about their creative. They come to you with an idea and you can sit down. You're not bouncing from job to job to job. You have time to sit and to think and to try and understand the business problem of your clients and how you can solve that problem. And this is exactly what clients are paying you for. They shouldn't be paying you for the fact that, let's say if you're a photographer, you've got a camera and you know how to work it. That's not what they're paying you for. They are paying you to solve a business problem. And they think that photography is a way to do that. And you can demonstrate that. You can come up with ideas for them. You can do X and Y to try and further their business because you have the time, because you have the capacity to think. And not only are you feeling like you're being fairly treated by your client, you then have more flexibility to say no to the smaller jobs you don't really want to be doing. You can focus on the bigger clients and serving them better. You can think about the passion products, the things that you really enjoy, the things that got you so interested in the creative world first. And most importantly, you can focus on getting better at your craft, because that is ultimately how you're going to step up the ranks and help you charge more and command more, because you really understand the purpose of what you're trying to do. And so in conclusion, pricing and charging for creative work is stressful, and I don't think it will ever not be stressful. But if you charge more and focus on delivering a better product, I can guarantee that it's going to feel like less of a stress. You're going to feel more confident in what you do. Your clients are going to be more trusting of what you do, and it's going to be a much easier time for you as a business owner. And it's going to help you escape the perpetual cycle of charging low amounts, doing lots of volume of work, not really progressing, and not really getting the jobs and clients that you really want to be working on. And I hope this has come at a good time, and it started off Mental Health Awareness Week in a positive way, how you can help grow your business and feel better about it. If you have any questions, feel free to slide into the comments or send me a message. I'll be more than happy to respond. And yeah, until next time, peace.